What's the chance of the P.E.K.K.A getting a critical hit, or a Dark Goblin getting a stun shot? Let's find out. Hello everyone, my name is Shuming, and today I am going to tell you guys some secret stats that Clash Royale didn't exactly share with us. Specifically, they are these RNG chance percentages. For example, you can see here, it's very vague. It's just a small chance or something. So I'm going to try to find out the accurate chance percentages of these from occurring. I've done more than 100 trials for each troop, so these would be at least quite accurate. And also, after I share with you these numbers, I'm going to address the RNG problem we have in Clash Mini right now, and also suggest some solutions that can help to solve that. With that being said, please like and subscribe, and let's get started straight away. Before I go on, disclaimer here, these are not entirely accurate. We cannot get totally accurate on the spot results unless we actually dig in the game files. So this is as much as we can do here. Let's look at the results, the percentages. First, we have the P.E.K.K.A, who had a critical hit percentage chance of 16.3%. And if you round that to a nice number, that would be 15 or 20%. Her critical hit makes it so that she deals twice the damage. So normally she would do 6 damage with this critical hit. So this could be a thing to consider when upgrading her to her first star, which makes it so that her critical hit deals 3 times damage. Okay, right, second troop that has RNG is the mini P.E.K.K.A, and his critical hit percentage chance is 24.2%. So if you round that, that would be around 25%. His critical hit again makes it so that he deals twice the damage, from 2 to 4 in normal circumstances. And again, this could be something to consider when upgrading him to his first star, which doubles the chance of this critical hit, which now is 50%. So half the attacks of the mini P.E.K.K.A would be critical hits if you upgrade him to his first star. Moving to the Dark Goblin stun shot percentage chance when you upgrade him to the second star. His chance is 15.7%. and if you round that, that'll be around 15%. Although this does not sound like a huge number, remember that the Dark Goblin can shoot really quick, especially with his first star. So I would still recommend to upgrade this to the second star. It's still very worth it. Last RNG troop we have here is the Barbarian. If you upgrade him to his second star, they'll have a chance to deal +1 damage. What's the chance? Well, it is a whopping 38%. Now, I gotta say, I was a bit shocked when I found out this result too. So I double checked with some other people who did this experiment, and I managed to find sort of a middle ground, which is 35% or a third. So if you factor this number in, this second star is actually, I think, really worth it for the Barbarian. So again, a good thing to consider when upgrading that. Okay, now with the stats out of the way, let's talk about the actual problems we have with RNG, with the randomness of this. Obviously, this is pretty unfair. Let's say my P.E.K.K.A is in a 1v1 with an enemy P.E.K.K.A. It really comes down to who gets the most critical hits. Of course, that's pretty unfair. So that is a concern that I think a lot of us are speaking out. Vlad, the community manager, actually responded to this. Listen to it.
A little bit of randomness inside of a game is always exciting, because that can surprise you, that can make you think to not rely too much on it, but also to maybe, hope for it. That is something that also can create some really exciting content.
So his point here is basically that RNG makes the game more fun, more dynamic, more unpredictable. That is what I got from that. Well, I get where he's coming from. For a casual player who just plays like 15 minutes a day, that occurrence could be really interesting, like a P.E.K.K.A getting critical hits 3 times, 4 times in a row. I get that could be pretty interesting, and I get that would be a very cool moment. But This really only applies in casual mode where there's nothing at risk. Seeing that occurrence is really just an interesting occurrence. It doesn't affect anything really, it's just an interesting occurrence. But that is not for most cases, as like in ranked play, where you actually have trophies at stake. Imagine in the Rumble, you lost because of some P.E.K.K.A getting critical hits 3 times in a row, and you end up losing like 10 trophies. Would that be an interesting, cool moment? No. It would be a devastating moment. It would just be a nuisance, to be honest. And let's not talk about tournaments where actual money is at stake. So yeah, I get what Vlad is talking about, but I just don't think it applies to most cases, even in the casual player base. Alright, after all that, how should we solve this RNG problem? There are actually a couple of solutions suggested by the community. I found this Reddit post from Ethical13 making some interesting suggestions for the fix. Here, he's basically suggesting that these randomness should go from random chances to every nth attack. So maybe instead of a 25% chance from the mini P.E.K.K.A, maybe every 4th attack would be a critical hit. And instead of a 15% chance for the Dark Goblin stun, maybe is every 6th attack he would get his stun. I think this could be pretty interesting. I think it could fit pretty well into the game. I think a simpler way to just put it, like I thought of this myself, is just making these critical hits a super. It's a very easy way to indicate where that troop is to getting his critical hit, and I think making it a super could really benefit just all of us, so it makes it way more predictable and easier to monitor. And to compensate from the fact that dissipates will affect those now, maybe make the chance a bit more frequent. But again, these are just suggestions, are just concepts. It's really up to the dev team about what they actually do. So I'm looking forward to how they address this RNG problem. By the way, actually it's you guys, the community, that suggested me this video idea, so I appreciate this suggestion. If you have any other video ideas you'd like to suggest, please leave them in the comment section below. And if you would like to know more about what's coming in Season 2, check out this video for more information. With that being said, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe, and I'm assuming, and peace